Good afternoon, everybody. There we go. It's good to see you on this warm winter day. Well, welcome to Nichols Concert Hall and a concert presented by the musicians in the Music Institute of Chicago's concert band. It's great to see so many familiar faces and new faces. And I hear we may even have some international visitors with us today. So that's pretty incredible. My name's Timothy. I'm the conductor and director of the concert band, the group you'll hear this afternoon. And I just want to thank you for coming before we get started. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the dean, Emily Abraham, who I know is watching the live stream, our CEO and president, Mark George, for his support, and of course the staff, Kevin and Eric, and the staff that warmly welcomes us each time we perform here in Nichols Concert Hall. So we're so thankful for your support, and I hope you enjoy the moments that we're going to share this afternoon, playing some really incredible pieces for you. So the first piece is our opener. It's called Keystone by Gerard Hall. And he's a Texas-based composer and teacher. The piece draws on sort of a march theme, and he brings new life into an old tradition. So you'll hear modern harmonies, and you'll hear energetic rhythms, and really lush lyrical sections from the clarinets and horns. But what I want you to hear or pay attention to is the trumpet call, the bugle call that happens in the beginning. It finishes with a really triumphant ending, sort of a cinematic flourish, and it's a really great dynamic start to our concert. So this is Keystone by Gerard Hall. Isn't that a great concert opener? That's great. We had such a great time working on that. And we had a great time working on the next one too. So it's a winter concert, so we started the semester playing some traditional band music, and then we sprinkled in some holiday cheer. So the next one is a little sprinkle of holiday cheer. The next piece is Carol of the Bells, arranged by Andrew Ballant. So this familiar holiday tune has Ukrainian roots, right? Ukrainian bell carol. And then the English took it over. And we have now an English version, which is Carol of the Bells, which is our version. So you'll hear this distinctive melody over and over again, and it showcases different parts of the ensemble. And so sometimes it will the melody will be in the trumpet. A lot of times it's in the trumpet, so listen for that. But then sometimes it goes to the flutes and clarinets, and it passes along. So there'll be a test at the end to see the order of who has it and when, okay? So this is Carol of the Bells. Okay, Karen, you have to list off. Where's Karen? I saw her. You have to list off who had it and when. No, I'm just kidding. Our next piece is by William Pitts. It's called Flutter, and a friend introduced me to this piece. It's based around his looking at hummingbirds. And as a child, I used to sit on my grandmother's porch, and she had a porch swing, and we would swing back and forth, and she had all these hummingbird feeders. And we would watch together hummingbirds come up and feed out of her hummingbird feeder. And even though it's not Christmas related or holiday related, I wanted to play it because it reminded me of my grandmother. And so that's why it's on the program. And that's the benefit of being the directors. You get to choose. So the piece captures the delicate nature of the hummingbird. So you hear, it's quite quick. It's a quick piece, but you'll hear the flutter of the wings and how light and airy they dance around while they feed. And so this is William Pitts' Flutter. Did you hear the suspended cymbal back there? Diggity-da-pop-pop-pop, diggity-da-pop-pop-pop. I just know that those are the little wings of the humming. Diggity-da-pop-pop-pop, diggity-da-pop-pop-pop. So our next piece, it's time for a little holiday cheer. So our next piece is going to bring back a lot of memories for some of us. It is Linus and Lucy from A Charlie Brown Christmas. And of course, it's become a beloved holiday classic. Its jazz rhythms and familiar tune reminds us of the Peanuts gang. And this is just for the clarinet section. So they have worked on this on their own, but I'm going to conduct it. But they've worked on this on their own, and it's been great for them to work on this, choose a piece, work on it together, ask for a little bit of help every now and then, but mostly they did it on their own, which is incredible, and that's what we want. That's the mission of the Music Institute, is to give you the tools that you need to be the musician that you want to be, and to an engagement of lifelong learning. And speaking of lifelong learning, well, no, I'll save that for later. But this is Linus and Lucy with the clarinet section of the MIC concert band. I know that makes you want to play clarinet. And lucky for you, we have all kinds of clarinet classes and teachers and lessons, and so you just let me know, and you could be up here. Our next piece is called Grace Before Sleep, and it's by a woman composer named Susan Labar, and it's based off of a poem she wrote. And the poem is in your program, but I'm just going to read it to you. How can our minds and bodies be grateful enough that we have spent here in this generous room, we three, this evening of content? Each one of us has walked through storm and fled the wolves along the road, but here the hearth is wide and warm. And for this shelter and this light, accept, O Lord, our thanks tonight. And even though it's not a Christmas piece, I thought, what a great way to sort of end the year. It's a great poem to kind of end the year. For some of us, it's been a great year. For others, maybe we face some struggles. But it all comes back to being really grateful that it happened to begin with, because for some, it didn't. So this is Susan Labar's Grace Before Sleep. It's really delicate and tender, and we had a good time working on it. It features, once again, the clarinet section in the beginning. So I hope you enjoy, and it gives you a little chance to reflect and relax and read the poem as we play. This is Grace Before Sleep. Wasn't that beautiful? Yeah, I just love that tune. I just love that piece. Wow, okay. The next one is Parade of the Wooden Soldiers. So it's a charming little march that features our two trumpet players. So it's little toy soldiers that have come to life and are parading down a procession. So it's delightful. It reminds me of my childhood watching in middle school when we took field trips. We would go. I'm from Tennessee. We would go to Chattanooga to see our local ballet do the Nutcracker, and so it reminds me of that. And I just think it's the greatest little tune. So this is Parade of the Wooden Soldiers. What good-looking wooden soldiers we have back there playing the trumpet. Okay, so our next piece is called Aloft. And I spent my time teaching. I'm from Tennessee, but I spent my time teaching in North Carolina. So I have quite a few friends in North Carolina. And one suggested, when I was thinking about pieces we could do, he said, yeah, there's one that's written about the Wright brothers and taking flight. And I thought, oh, well, how fitting, because I taught in North Carolina, so that's good. So I chose this piece. It was difficult at first because it's quite fast, but but I think we've come to love it. It's really nice. So it was about the Wright brothers' first flight in 1903. Of course, groundbreaking moment, but you'll hear throughout the whole thing these driving rhythms, and you can just see the excitement that they felt or you can hear the excitement they felt when they first took off. And even though it lasted, seconds, it was a huge moment for us historically. And so this is Stephen Bryant's Aloft. Wasn't that a nice soaring melody? Did you feel like you were about to take flight a little bit? So our next piece is a little holiday cheer, celebration of Hanukkah. by Howard Rowe. So it's a medley of 3 or 4 Hanukkah tunes that some of you may recognize, and some of you may not, but that's okay. There's a little bit of everything in this concert for everybody, and that's the point, is to celebrate everything that comes our way, both at the end of the year, but also in the holiday season. So this is Celebration of Hanukkah by Howard Rowe. We're gonna go back to North Carolina. I don't know why. I don't know. I just had a little kick this semester on North Carolina, or maybe I just got recommended some pretty good pieces. Our next piece is called Blue Ridge Reel, and it reminds the listeners of sort of the Irish and Scottish roots of the Blue Ridge Mountains in Asheville, North Carolina. So it was written for a band in Asheville, and so it really captures the vibrancy of the rhythms of Irish and Scottish folk music, but the rich culture of the region, and it was just a lot of fun to play and learn. As a matter of fact, this was a piece that we did during the summer, and we liked it so much, we just thought we would do it again. So this is Blue Ridge Reel by Brian Balmages. Don't you just want to get a washboard and some spoons maybe? Maybe we'll pass out spoons next time. Spoons, a washboard, and some bones, a jawbone. Okay, we are so fortunate to have some really incredible people who perform and play in this group. And the whole mission of the Music Institute is about lifelong learning and lifelong engagement with music. And no one no one exemplifies that mission more than a really special individual who plays in this group. And so I want to take a moment to celebrate him, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about him first. So he started playing clarinet in the late 1900s, in the late 90s. He is always showing up to rehearsal early to help set up. He is always sending me extra concert tickets if he thinks that I would enjoy a concert, which I have on a couple of occasions with him and his wife. He's always sending articles to me that I would find interesting, or just handing over the entire magazine, music magazines that I always find intriguing, or I take a little nugget of information. He is just a really incredible person. And Joe, I think I speak on behalf of everybody here when I say that we're really happy to know you. We're really happy for your friendship, and we thank you so much for playing with us. Joe Dunn, everybody. Joe Dunn is here with his wife and children, and even some from international, UK, right? So we've got an international superstar here. So I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge, and it wouldn't be a birthday celebration, Joe. He turned 90 yesterday, by the way. 90 years old, still playing the clarinet. But it wouldn't be a celebration if we didn't have a little sing-along, Joe. So would you help me sing happy birthday to Joe? Do you mind? Okay, here's our note. Ready? Go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joe. Happy birthday to you. Well, now that we're all warmed up to sing, it's almost like it was planned. Now that we're all warmed up to sing, our last piece that we'll close the concert with is the 12 Days of Christmas. And lucky for you, the lyrics are in your concert program just after the program note. So turn to that page, because we need a little audience participation. So how it's going to go, I'll turn around and cue you for some of it, and then, so band, you're on your own for some of this, okay? I hope you practiced. Okay, so here is the 12 Days of Christmas. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you've enjoyed the music, and we've got a reception afterwards. I hope to speak to some of you. I see some familiar faces. So thank you so much for coming to our winter concert in the beautiful Nichols Concert Hall at the Music Institute of Chicago. This is the 12 Days of Christmas.
right, the band has to take a moment to thank our amazing conductor and teacher for his patience and most of all for his passion. We learn from him every single day. Thank you.
Okay, well, for those who are wondering, you sound pretty good. We have a choir here too. I'm just saying. Thank you so much. We've had such a great time performing for you. I hope you've enjoyed it. We do this twice a year. Our next one is in May, so we look forward to seeing you again. We'll invite you. Please come. And we've got a reception afterwards. I look forward to speaking to some of you. Thank you, and have a great holiday season, everybody.